Hello, good morning, greetings, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the day it is for you. Hope all is well. Welcome to Passionately Intrigued Arts and More with Tracy. If you know, if you don't know, welcome in. What I'm going to do today, I purchased from the Asian market. Is that where I got it from? A jackfruit. Let me think. Yes, a jackfruit. And so I did a previous video with my grandson and I enjoying that jackfruit. But I saved some of the seeds. I have soaked them for several hours and I just want to see if they're going to grow. I've watched several videos, not that they will produce jackfruit for me. I just love the look of the plant and I want to experiment. So I have quite a few seeds here. They grow up in straight shoots and then they spread out. So what I have done is used a shoebox. And this shoebox has a cover. And I placed it in a little bit larger shoebox. Put some holes here on the side with my heat tool, whatever that tool is called, on both sides, and attached it with zip ties. So that leaves space, and there's holes. I placed holes inside here with that tool as well. Quite a few holes. And so placing it in here, that leaves bottom for the drainage. That leaves room for the drainage. Then I always line. I don't know if you have to. You probably don't, but I've gotten in the habit of lining my containers with a thin paper towel or coffee filters. What I've done this time is sprinkled some cinnamon on the bottom of this, and cinnamon deters mold. And then I'm going to spray this paper towel with a mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water, just to wet the bottom, just to wet. And this little spray bottle, whoa, I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's a mister. So you hit the button and it continuously sprays. So I'm just gonna wet that paper towel a little bit. Cinnamon smells so good. Then I'll place the soil in there. And I have a mixture of cocoa coir. What do you call the stuff? Sand and the white stuff. Brain fart, I can't think of the name of it. Perlite, that's what it's called. So that makes the soil loose, not compacted, provides great drainage, and a little air in the soil, from what I've read. And since I'm starting a lot of these seeds, plants, indoors, because it is zone 6A and 8 inches of snow out there, winter wonderland, I am using the cocoa coir because I've been told that it doesn't attract, it's not soil, that it doesn't attract gnats, the fungus gnats. Not sure of that. I'm gonna do a little research on that. So I'm not gonna fill it up. That's a little over halfway. Let me put one more scoop. Let's see how much that is. Whoa. Smooth it out. Pack it down just a little bit. And I think once they start growing, then I can top it off with a little more soil, because I think they have deep tap roots, if I read right. So here are the seeds. Quite large, but I'm assuming this part right here is where the root comes from. So I'm going to place them down. Place them in that soil good. And then actually, I am going to add more soil. I'm going to I'm gonna top this off. Yeah, there's a little bump right there. So I think that's how I should plant them. This is an experiment. We're gonna see. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not too positive, so it's contacting the soil, it should grow. And I have nine seeds. And so these had a thick skin on them, really thick skin. I had to take my X-Acto blade to kind of cut it to get the hard part off. And then underneath that hard part, that hard shell is just like brown, thinner, and it stuck pretty good, but since these have been soaked, it comes off a lot easier. But I imagine it can grow through these. That hard shell, I'm sure it could grow, but it would have took much longer. So I took all those shells off of the seeds. This is like the consistency of a peanut, the inside of the peanut shell. So anywho, let's just put it in the soil. I really don't know which way to put it. I really don't. So that's 8. I have one more. I imagine I'll put that in the middle. Also, this one shows the little tip, the little bud a little better, if you can see that. And I'm assuming that's where the root comes from. I'm going to stick that right in the middle. And we're going to cover it with a little more of this cocoa core mixture. That should be enough. Let's smooth that out and pat it down so we have contact, good contact with the seeds. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon over the top. I don't want mold. I want to try to prevent the mold. And then give it a good water. Water it really good. Put this top on for the, what do you call that effect? You know, that effect. The green garden? No, what do you call it? Doggone it, I can't think this morning. Anyway, where the condensation will take place on the top of this and keep it moist. Greenhouse effect, greenhouse effect. Y'all, I tell you, sometimes I have brain farts and can't remember, CRS, can't remember a darn thing. So I'm trying to snap these. There we go. Get in there. There we go. So I'm going to, I think, sit this on, because it is a tropical plant, I'm going to sit this on my heat mat and just check on it from time to time, and I'll keep you posted. I'm going to label it jackfruit and today's date, which is what? I don't know. That's sad how you lose track of the days. February 18th. February 18th. Okay? Set that aside, and I'll put it on the heat mat later, or after this video. Now, the next thing I want to do, so I also, from one of the ethnic markets, which was the Mexican market, purchased the prickly pear cactus and planted that on a previous video. And what I did wrong, I believe, because it did not survive, what I did wrong, I believe, was I soaked it. I soaked the tip of it in water. And with later research, I read that you let that dry out. So you purchase it from the market, the grocery store, and to regrow it, you make sure that that tip is dry. Well, I did the opposite. So it didn't like that. And look at this thing. Yeah, it's dead in there. So I haven't been out in over a week anywhere because of all the snow that we have, and I just don't get out in the mess if I don't have to. I have everything I need in this home. Maybe not everything that I want, but I have not been out. I plan on purchasing another one. Now, granted, this only cost me 37 cents. Yeah, so I might get a couple. I might get a couple or three just to see how the survival rate, if I do things right, will be. So I'm going to take this out and plant something else in here. Just wanted to show you, bring you for an update. It's going to the upper room. It's real sick right now. So let's see if I can get this out of here. I placed it in this tin can, but I planted it in a different container. Just something decorative, somewhat. Repurpose, reuse. Okay. So I got stuck last time. Let me grab this thing, not where these thorns are or prickly things. Oh yeah, it died. It rotted. Rotted real bad. I guess that's going in the compost. And then I'm going to, there's a lot of sand in here, so that's too much sand. I put a lot of sand in here because it was a cactus. I'm going to pour this in something else. Yeah. Hold on. Let me find something else to put this in. I don't want to mix it with my other soil, and I don't want to use this for these seeds that I'm about to plant. Give me just a moment. So I'm just going to put this soil in this container and use it. See how sandy it is? Use it when I get the other cactus. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little cinnamon in this soil. And I'm going to clean this out and use this container. Let me go clean it out. All right, let me set this aside. And I'm using my handy garden tool, my plastic fork. And I'm not going to close this top yet because I want this to fully dry out before I put the top on it and set it aside. But let me just move it. Let me move this poor sick cactus. And got a thin piece of towel, paper towel. I'm going to put that on the bottom and add my soil, the same soil that I used for the jackfruit. Tap that down and pack it a little bit. And what I have is I ate a pomegranate some time ago and I saved the seeds. That's a beautiful plant too. Not that I will get pomegranate. I have no idea. Probably years down the road if it lives. So I'm going to put some of these in here. Just experimenting and trying things that I have bought from the grocery store. I have consumed, and then I have saved the seeds. Now let's see if I can open this packet. Oh my goodness. Okay, this should not be this difficult. Oh Lord, bear with me. There we go. So I don't know the viability of these, so I'm going to put a good little handful in there, and this is what they look like dried out. And it was a very large pomegranate. And so I cut it open and ate quite a bit of it. But I ended up freezing a bag of seeds to eat for later. They are delicious. Might leave that out and eat them today. Okay, I'm just going to drop some seeds. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's only because I don't know the viability. I don't know if they'll even grow. Just going to try. Not going to add any more soil. I'm just going to push these down in the soil a little bit. Like 1/4 of an inch or less. Because they're small seeds. And just cover it over. I meant to spray that towel with that hydrogen peroxide mixture, which is an antibacterial mixture. Anywho, I didn't. So I'm just going to, I'll find something to put on the bottom of this. Let's see. Oh, I can set it right there. No, I won't set it in there. Now, I was going to set it in there, but I'll just set it with this top. That's what I'll do. Got to get more water because I used all of this. Hold on 1 second. Again. Okay, repurpose. This works pretty good. This is from Dawn dish soap. Clean it out really good, and I fill it with my water for the plants. So I'll just soak it pretty good. That should be good. I'll label them along with the other one, set them aside, and keep you posted. So let me show you. So this is something else that I consumed, just like the jackfruit I consumed. Let me show you some of the other things that I have purchased from the grocery store and that I have consumed and I am regrowing. So there's no excuse not to grow something if you don't have seeds. If you can't get outside, regrow in your home something. Hold on 1 second. Let me take this camera over here and show you the progress of the other things that I have consumed and planted. So here are the onion bottoms that I chopped up and replanted. I ended up covering them completely with the soil, so they are growing. The bok choy that I put in soil after it rooted in water. Look at the beets. Look at the beets. These two anyway. This one's not doing too well. Then I got some carrot tops right there. Carrot tops and the other. I had 2 bok choys left that I couldn't fit in this container here. I had 2, and this one here went to the upper room. It got mushy. And then there is my lemongrass. It's coming out of the top, but let's look. I don't think there's any roots yet. Oh, there's a little one. I don't know if you can see that. I guess it takes a little while to root. I don't see any roots on there, but it is extending out from where I cut. Some of my onions, those are mango. Nothing there yet. Mango in there, nothing there yet. This is my garlic. So you can see some little sprouts coming up here. And I started those in a bag with paper towel. I have more garlic in here. Let's look at this and see how it's doing. And I have these on a heat pad. Let's see if I can do this with one hand without making a mess of this condensation. And then videos I saw, if you put onions in here with your garlic, they help to root the garlic. You know, you read all kind of things. I'm just trying. Also, we're getting some buds. There's a bud there. Yep, it's coming along. Coming along. There's buds there. A little growth, a little growth. Yeah, it stinks. I smell them onions. All right, let me cover that back up. And what else? Turmeric's in here. Nothing's going on yet. You know, turmeric takes a long time. So I have a large container here of turmeric. And all of this is on the heating pads or heat mats. Now, over here in my kitchen window are the green onions that I'm regrowing. -1. My lettuce that I eat off of. I've started some purple sweet potatoes. So we got a little bit going on, but nothing. I guess those take a while. That is a wandering Jew that I got from my bestie. It's rooted really well. Nothing I can consume, but it's here, so let me show you. So the roots are doing really good in there. And then look at here. I wanted to do an individual video on this, but I'm not. Look at this. These are cuttings from My Black Mission Martika. So these are Martika's babies, and they are growing and beautiful. And I will be able to eat those soon. Nothing that I bought from the grocery store like I'm doing here showing you. But since I'm in the kitchen window, I just had to show those. So that is all for now. I'll keep you updated on the growth of some of these items that I have, that I'm regrowing. Thank you so much. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're growing. If you are purchasing the food items and regrowing them, I got a lot going on here, and I've yet to plant my seeds for WIG 2024. I guess this could count, but I'm not going to let that count. That and the other seeds could count. I don't know. Maybe I'll submit this one. I doubt it. I have a hydroponic system that I want to get up and going, and then I have a few other seeds that I want to put in soil to get started here in the home. It's Michigan, and I don't want to start too early with seeds because we have to go until May, at least May 10th, which that was last year's last frost. I don't know what this year's is, so I'm figuring it's around the same. We have to go that long before we can put anything outside, and I don't want humongous plants in the house. I don't want to be too big. We'll see. So I have a papaya that I'm going to cut and save the seeds. It's a huge papaya. I'm going to do a video on that. I do have eggplant in here that I've overwintered, and it gets the flowers on it, but it drops off. But it is every bit of 2 feet, 2 feet tall, and beautiful leaves. I think that's it. So thank you. I appreciate you. Hit that like button. I would appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. And I'll keep you updated. Toodles. Peace and love, y'all.